Hey guys, in this video we're going to be hopefully fixing a long standing issue that I've had with this car. If you've watched my last upload on the drift day at Dakota, you can see the back end of this is bouncing around everywhere. It's literally like it's got no suspension travel in the back at all. It's got a set of HSD, I think it's dual tech, it's the black ones it is, not the green ones, because obviously with it having the same rear end, because it's a compact, it's got the same rear end as like a BMW Z3 and also an E30, so it's separate springs and dampeners. Ever since putting them on, so I built this car about 2 years ago. Obviously with COVID I haven't driven it much. I've only ever done, I think, 7 drift days in total in my life, and in this I've done 6 in this car. And ever since fitting these, bouncing around, I've had comments, it's too stiff on the back, so you try, I was thinking of trying different springs. I left this, like the rubber guide that goes on top and bottom, it goes on the chassis and it goes on the lower arm, so I took them out and it's a bit softer, a bit more travel, but it's way too stiff. As you can see, I'm literally going up that straight to Dakota, trying to mangy, bouncing everywhere, all over the place. But I've had a thought, fingers crossed, this will sort it. Let's get into it. Let's get the axle stands in, so it doesn't land on me. That's it on stands. Right, so this is the issue that I've had since I fitted them. I've always wondered, jack the car up off the diff, obviously change my rear tyres on the drift days, and then this is like that. So I just thought, well, be one of those. It's a bit of an inconvenience. So, because when you lower the car down, you need to push them just to make sure they align with these, or otherwise it jams or it binds the drive shaft there. So, trying to think of everything, but then finally come to me, and I'm no expert on suspension setups. Locking collar, obviously thread, male thread, female body here. So what I thought is, I'm sure they're only in about 30 odd mil, just, you know, so it's bitten onto it. So when I installed them, I can't remember, it's been a while, but obviously that's how I put them on. But thinking of it, when you put the car back on the floor, this has got so much travel before the spring meets here, you are losing that much travel off your dampener. So then basically I've been running these fully extended, so then when the car's lowered on the floor, I've lost all my travel in here, so it's virtually like it hasn't got any suspension, it's rigid. So my thought was, wind this as far in there to try and get this captive so it doesn't fall out, and then take it for a rip and see if it's a different beast. I'll show you the difference. I've gone ahead and done the other side. Obviously I'll film me doing this. You can just about see that hangs pretty low. And this is the side I've done. Obviously it's off the floor. My focus come back. And it's captive. It's not tight. You get a cheeky finger up the top of it, but it's not falling out, which is the main thing. So obviously I'll be able to change both wheels, so that's one benefit of it. But the main thing for me is obviously the suspension is working as it should. So I'll go ahead, do the other side now so it matches this, and I will take it out for test. Right, so we're going to start. This is, as you can see, stinking here. It's mud and all sorts in it. Clean them out. Just get that out of the way for a minute. Clean all the threads here with a wire brush, because most of this will be in the bottom section. I have given it a spray with a bit of GT85 prior. Try and get this off. Oh. So gritty. It's nice that these they aren't really old, so they actually undo nicely. More awkward this side because the exhaust, so I can't actually turn the collar that much. Get to a stage you could turn this with your hand. What you want to do is back this collar off right up there out the way. Here it goes, and then that will allow you can just twist this then, and it will be bringing this up. And what I've done with the other side, I've wound this right the way down so it's bottomed out, so So then it's quite easy then to match it, because I haven't got to measure the distances. It's just I'll wind that to the bottom and that's the end of it. What you can do to make it easier as well is you can put a jack underneath the arm to lift it if this is a bit hard to turn. I've forgotten the spring already. So that's eventually got to go up to there. Just checking the springs are the same way around. So no, do it that way. I'll speed this up because you don't need to see me spinning this for about a quarter of an hour. Way far away now. Oh, that's him. Right. This thread is bottomed out now. So it's the complete opposite of what I had it installed when I fitted these to the car. So lock this off. And that's him. What we've got now, as you can see, same as the other side, that's fully wound in. Lock the collar off, and this is captive. So we let the jack down. So that's off the lower arm. It's not tight, but it's the same as the other side. You get a finger above it, and it doesn't fall out. So I'll put the wheel back on, we'll take it for a rip. Just lift it up for the last time. Take the axle stands out. Back over there. It's actually got suspension travel now, which is a start. But it sounds like we got a new issue. And it's rubbing on the inside of the arch. So you fix one thing and then you create a new problem. It's always the same. What I'll do, the plans are these are quite corroded. They're not bad, but I'm not fixing them. So this will eventually have over fenders on it, and these will be cut out nice and high. Obviously the rust will be gone and we won't have a rubbing issue then. Right, so we're out. A little test run. As soon as I got it out of the garage, it was rubbing straight away. So I clearanced the rear quarters just a bit. Where the quarter comes down, you've got that lip. So I've just folded them up, and I'm gonna give it a little test rip now. It's a hybrid. Terrible. Right then. Just give it a bit of a rolling start. Oh, there's a police car. Night and day that's it for this video, guys. I'm looking forward now to setting up the dampening at Santa Pod. It's just a new ride height. It's a bit lower than last time, but I've clearanced in here with a hammer, so we should be alright. So that's it for this video, guys. So the next video will be me testing out the suspension and setting up the dampener settings at Santa Pod. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.